Caught some footage that, quite frankly, has me a little spooked. I don't understand what I saw, and I can't explain it.
Camping is peaceful. It's you, the wild,
That is big.
and bonfire under the stars. But in the shadows, something else is burning.
Más, güey, más, güey. Ah, no mames, big, güey.
And it's the burning desire of scary creatures that wish to haunt those that have made the mistake to camp in their area.
Run, run.
These are the scariest camping moments caught on camera.
Why you keep following me?
A strange video surfaced online showing a creature crawling, but not on 4 legs. It moved on 6, and it wasn't a spider. This being was much larger and far more terrifying. Its pale white body had a skeletal look, with segments that rippled down its length as it moved. Watching it was enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Was it a hoax? Or could this be some kind of unidentified creature? The mystery remains unsolved, but whether you believe it or not, this bizarre sight left everyone talking and questioning what might be lurking in the shadows. Peekaboo.
I've heard that weird alien noise again. The noise they make when they dive, but I don't think that's right because
A camper spending the night in the woods heard strange noises echoing around him. Whistles and voices filled the air. Instead of hiding, he bravely turned on his camera to record everything. While explaining the mysterious sounds, something eerie happened. A pale white face appeared just behind him. Completely unaware, he kept talking as the ghostly face hovered for a moment before disappearing.
someone said it's a noise they make when they dive because I literally could hear it swooping across.
Could the noises have been made by this ghost? Luckily, it didn't show up again, but the camper unknowingly captured solid evidence of its presence, leaving viewers both fascinated and spooked. Rare encounter.
What is that over there?
What is it?
Oh my fucking god! Hold on! What is that? Wait a second. Robin, what is that? Oh my fucking god, it's running!
Hunters out in the woods weren't expecting to capture anything extraordinary. While scanning the distance, they noticed a moving figure. At first, they thought it might be the prey they were tracking, but it was far too big. Even from a distance, its size was staggering. That's when it clicked. They were looking at Bigfoot.
Wait a second. Robin, what is that? Robin, what are you doing? Oh my fucking god, it's running! No! What was that?
The hunters couldn't believe their luck as they managed to capture this rare sighting on camera, a moment that would stay with them forever. Nighttime terror. Camping is fun until it takes a terrifying turn. One camper, settling in for the night, spotted something just outside his tent. At first, he thought it might be a wolf, but this creature was far more frightening. Its shape was clear even in the darkness. A dogman. This legendary being, described as having the body of a man and the head of a canine, is often seen in remote wilderness areas. Known for their creepy presence and hostility, they're not creatures you want to encounter. Hopefully, the camper stayed safe after this spine-chilling experience. Ghostly visitor.
Caught some footage that, quite frankly, has me a little spooked. I don't understand what I saw, and I can't explain it. If you have seen anything like it, feel free to let me know what you think it is in the comments. Yeah, it has me pretty spooked.
While camping deep in the woods, a camper heard strange voices echoing through the trees. Thankfully, he had set up a trail camera to capture any unusual activity. When he checked the footage later, he saw a partially transparent being moving around the camp, its 2 bright eyes glowing in the darkness. It even stepped into the frame, lingering for a moment before the video abruptly ended. The camper couldn't help but wonder if it had been watching him the whole time. The eerie encounter left him questioning what else might be lurking in the shadows. Sleeping Witch.
Más, güey, más, güey. Ah, no mames, big, güey.
While exploring the woods, a group of friends stumbled upon something that instantly terrified them. Lying on the ground was a figure covered in white, with black hair that seemed to blend into the surroundings. It looked just like a witch from the stories they had heard.
¿Cómo le hacen, güey? No quiere que la saquemos de ahí, güey. La tienen como...
The group stood frozen, not wanting to disturb the resting figure, or should they call it a witch? Its eerie features and stillness were unnerving. Nervously, they approached, but nothing happened.
Más, güey, mira, güey. No mames, ve, güey.
The figure remained unaware of their presence. Still, the friends decided to leave quickly, knowing that if it woke up, things could take a much darker turn. Witch's Curse.
What do you want from me? Why you keep following me?
A local who often wandered through the forest would hear strange voices in the distance. One night, curiosity got the better of him, and he decided to follow the sounds.
Why you keep following me?
As he ventured deeper, he came across a human-like figure standing eerily still. It resembled a witch, its body bending unnaturally, and it made unsettling noises as it slowly moved toward him. Overwhelmed by fear, he turned and ran, regretting his decision to follow the voices.
What do you want from me?
After that night, he was never seen again, leaving everyone to wonder what happened to him in the dark, cursed woods. Haunting Gaze. You might think the forest is empty at night, but you'd be wrong. A local passing through the woods felt like someone was watching him, but when he looked around, he saw nothing. As he continued walking, something strange happened. Two glowing eyes appeared in the bushes, staring right at him. It wasn't a normal sight. The eyes seemed to have a plan, and it didn't seem good. The local quickly realized he wasn't alone, and that whatever was watching him had its own intentions. The encounter left him shaken, a reminder that the woods hold secrets, best left undisturbed. Beast of Night.
Bota a lanterna em cima, Danilo. Ele tá olhando pra cá, velho, a cara dele. A minha câmera do peito aqui pegou, cara. Pela tirou a thumb, mano. Vamos sair daqui. Só que dá gente aqui.
A group of friends wandering through the woods at night stumbled upon something that chilled them to the bone. Movement in the bushes caught their attention, and as they crept closer, they saw it. A towering figure with black fur and a face eerily resembling a dog, but distorted and unnatural. The creature's glowing eyes fixed on them, freezing them in place. The eerie resemblance to the dogmen of Folklore was undeniable, and the friends knew they were treading dangerous ground.
Olha aí, olha pra mim, olha ali. Ele tá de frente do Xé, mano. A minha câmera do peito aqui pegou, cara. Pela tirou a thumb, mano.
Choosing caution over curiosity, they slowly backed away and left the area. That night, they learned the truth of the old tales. Some creatures are better left undisturbed. Emerging Anomaly. While live streaming in the forest, a man was casually chatting with his viewers when something terrifying appeared before him. From the bushes, a strange figure emerged, its elongated body and creepy face clearly visible on the footage. The man froze in fear, but before he could react, the figure swiftly took to the air and vanished without a trace. Stunned and overwhelmed, the man screamed, his voice filled with terror. As the stream ended, viewers were left wondering what exactly had happened in that remote forest. The encounter remains a chilling mystery, leaving everyone to question what lurks in the shadows. Ghostly Encounter. While checking his fields late one evening, a farmer noticed a strange sight out of the corner of his eye. A creepy figure stood just beside him, covered in white with a black face and glowing eyes that seemed to pierce through him. It was motionless, just staring. Terrified, the farmer began reciting holy words, hoping they would protect him from whatever this thing was. But the figure didn't move or respond. What was it? And where did it come from? The encounter remains unexplained, leaving the farmer and anyone who hears the story wondering about the mysteries of the night. look away.
Itu di Ricky. Mereka tinggal itu Ki. Itu asli anjing. Anjing goblok si.
A group of men hanging out in the woods one evening noticed a strange sight in the distance. Sitting on a tree branch was a figure with long, flowing hair swaying in the wind.
Anjing goblok anjing. Shit. Asli anjing. Anjing goblok si.
As they looked closer, they realized it was no ordinary person. It was a kuntilanak, a supernatural being from Folklore. The creature calmly played with her hair and swung her legs, her pale face hidden behind the strands. Fear and curiosity gripped the men as they kept their distance, not daring to get any closer.
Itu di luar goblok, itu di luar kenal itu. Lampu eta dan tangkalan.
They quietly recorded the eerie sight, unsure of how to react. The encounter serves as a chilling reminder of why it's better to stay away from the woods at night. Mysterious figure. In the Brazilian woods, a local was walking when he noticed a strange being standing beneath a tree. At first, he thought it was just another person, but as he got closer, he saw something unsettling. The figure was unnaturally skinny, with a strange color that made it look far from human.
Vou filmar porque se eu tô vendo não saiu dali, ou eu tô com problema de visão.
It was a cryptid, an elusive humanoid creature whispered about in local folklore, but never proven to exist. The sight was terrifying, and he quickly took a photo, capturing what many might call proof of a being thought only to exist in stories. Whether it was real or not, the encounter left him, and anyone who sees the photo questioning the mysteries of the forest. Bigfoot sighting. A security camera set up in a yard for protection ended up capturing an unexpected sight. The footage, though blurry, clearly showed a massive figure walking near the trees beside the yard. It wasn't a bear. The size and shape were unmistakable. This was Bigfoot, the legendary creature behind countless stories of massive footprints and sightings. The creature passed by without noticing the camera, and though the video wasn't crystal clear, it still offered a rare glimpse of something many thought was only a myth. It's a moment that leaves us wondering how much of the unknown still roams the wild. Invisible figures.
Did you see that?
A couple enjoying a picnic in the woods had their perfect day interrupted by a bizarre sight.
Hey, wait, because that was it again, right there.
I don't like this.
You see that? Right there. Look.
Oh my god.
Out of nowhere, a transparent figure began moving, blending almost completely with its surroundings. At first, they thought it was their imagination, but as they stared, it became clear. It looked just like someone wearing an invisibility cloak, like the one from Harry Potter. They had only seen such things in movies, but here, in real life, they were witnessing it firsthand. Stunned and confused, they could hardly believe what they had just seen. Drowned mystery. In 2016, a group of friends wandering through the woods of Brazil on a moonlit night stumbled upon something that at first seemed like a hoax. As they approached, they saw a pale figure creeping in the water. Its glowing eyes pierced the darkness, and the friends soon realized it was no illusion. The creature resembled the terrifying rake, a creature from urban legends. The friends froze, watching as it slowly moved, seemingly aware of their presence. Luckily, it didn't pursue them. Backyard encounter. While playing in the backyard, a group of kids spotted something strange. From a hollow spot in the ground, a creature peeked its head out. It wasn't like anything they had ever seen before. Its skull was large and alien-like, just like the stories they'd heard. As soon as it realized it had been spotted, it quickly hid back underground. The kids, terrified by what they had just witnessed, probably ran away without a second thought. What exactly they saw remains a mystery, but it's something they'll never forget. A reminder that even familiar places can hold strange secrets. Haunted Plantation. An explorer, curious about an old, abandoned plantation that locals claimed was haunted, decided to visit. The place had been empty for years after workers reported seeing strange things. As night fell, unsettling sounds echoed from the shadows. Suddenly, something appeared, scaring the explorer. He froze in fear and quickly prayed, but before he could react, the figure reappeared right next to him. Terrified, he ran as fast as he could, not stopping until he was far from the creepy plantation. Mythical encounter. An animal expert studying wildlife in the woods stumbled upon a truly unexpected being. As caught on his camera, a massive mythical beast suddenly appeared right in front of him. For a moment, he froze, unsure of what to do. The creature, looking both fierce and wild, charged at him with surprising speed. Terrified, the expert managed to escape, but not before the beast knocked the camera from his hands. The footage ended abruptly as the camera broke, but the brief glimpse of the creature left undeniable proof of its existence. Forest scare. Two young girls on a camping trip spotted something strange hiding behind the trees. Curious, they went to investigate and came face to face with a creature that seemed to be spying on them in a creepy way. They used their flashlight to get a better look, but the alien-like creature appeared more interested in something else. Frightened, the group tried to fend it off, but the creature quickly retreated and disappeared behind the tree line. The encounter left the adventurers baffled and shaken, wondering what they had just witnessed in the depths of the forest. Gone really wrong. This camping trip took a terrifying turn when a group of teenagers stopped by a stream to freshen up. Suddenly, they heard a growl from behind the trees. A large creature emerged, and the teens, too frightened to stay, started running. As they fled, the creature ran past them and was caught on camera disappearing into the dense forest. It looked suspiciously like a Sasquatch, with unusually long arms and huge hands. Or perhaps it was something even more elusive and dangerous. The encounter left them questioning what lurks in the wilderness. Deformed presence.
Okay. Are you taking a video? Yeah. That's awesome.
During a hiking trip, one of the friends started recording their adventure, unaware that something was standing right in front of them. On the side of the trail, a short, dark creature stood motionless, its bizarrely deformed shape barely noticeable. Shockingly, none of the hikers saw it at the time. Some believe it was a cryptid, camouflaging itself with the environment to remain hidden. The footage serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes the unknown is closer than we think, blending seamlessly into the world around us. Stalking eyes.
Something is watching my dog. What the fuck? That is big.
Something horrifying was watching a dog and its owner from the darkness. Glowing eyes were caught on camera, peering out from the night as they stalked the pair. The eerie eyes quickly moved behind a tree, and even the dog seemed on alert, sensing something was wrong. But neither the dog nor the owner could figure out what was watching them. The glowing eyes returned, staring directly at the person recording. There's no way those eyes belong to an ordinary animal. Trail Bigfoot. A trail camera captured something that left everyone stunned. Late at night, the camera picked up a strange movement behind a tree, and then a large Bigfoot emerged. Though it was dark, the creature's thick, dark fur and massive size were unmistakable. Its shape and proportions were too big to belong to any known animal, convincing many that it was a real Bigfoot. Run, boy, run.
Go! No! Run! Run!
While lighting fireworks, they heard peculiar sounds coming from the forest. Curious, they went to investigate and spotted something terrifying, a pale creature heading their way. They didn't have time to react and ran back to their campsite, but the unknown entity followed them.
What the fuck? What the hell? What the hell?
It reappeared right in front of the person recording, its unusual movements sending chills down their spines. The video ended with the group still on the run, leaving viewers to wonder what they had encountered in the woods. Speaking Crypted. A supposed wood imp was spotted in the woods of Nebraska, and unlike other cryptids, it seemed to know how to socialize, or at least tried to. The forest dweller had a strange face, with a distorted, punched nose, unusually large ears, and a mohawk hairstyle. Its entire body was green, and it spoke in a peculiar raspy voice. While the creature appeared to interact with the person recording, the video was clearly staged. It's a reminder that not everything strange on the internet is real, but it's still a fun, creepy tale to share. Domino Effect. You won't believe what these hikers caught on camera. While hiking on Mount St. Helens, they accidentally knocked over a couple of boulders, triggering a landslide. Though everyone was safe, something in the wilderness was disturbed. One of the hikers noticed movement in the distance, a large, dark creature running away through the forest. There was no mistaking it. The creature was a Sasquatch, given its towering height and massive size. It even looked back, as if it noticed their presence, before disappearing into the woods. Slithering Terror. What began as a peaceful camping trip turned into a horrifying ordeal. Under the cover of night, a pale, grotesque creature emerged, slithering toward the unsuspecting campers. Panic erupted as they scrambled to escape its eerie, otherworldly presence.
Go, please, go away!
One camper's shaky cries echoed through the dark, while another, paralyzed with fear, struggled to flee. Inhuman Speed.
No mames.
Exploring abandoned buildings often comes with an eerie sense of unease, but nothing could prepare this filmer for what they found. While scanning a decayed room with their camera, they turned a corner and froze. Sitting in the shadows was a pale, humanoid creature, its elongated limbs resembling something from nightmares. The being, disturbingly similar to the fabled Rake, locked eyes with the camera before charging with inhuman speed. The filmer bolted, the camera shaking as they ran for their life. The footage captured every heart-stopping second, leaving viewers stunned. Twisted Figure. While driving home one evening, a local spotted a figure on the roadside. At first, it looked like an ordinary person, but as the headlights illuminated it, the figure's twisted limbs and unnatural gait became disturbingly clear. It moved jerkily, as though its body wasn't entirely its own, its legs bending at impossible angles. The driver slowed down, torn between helping what seemed to be someone in distress and fleeing from the unsettling sight. The figure turned its head sharply, revealing hollow, blackened eyes that made the decision easy. He sped off without looking back. Furry Beast. We all know the stories of Bigfoot, but hearing about it is nothing like seeing it for yourself. A hiker, hidden behind trees, caught footage of a massive, towering figure walking through the woods. Its shaggy frame and powerful stride left no doubt it was Bigfoot. Luckily, the creature seemed focused on its path, unaware of the camera rolling nearby. The hiker stayed frozen, heart pounding, knowing one wrong move could attract its attention. As the figure vanished into the dense forest, the video became undeniable proof that Bigfoot isn't just a legend. Azog the Defiler. Wandering alone is risky, but stumbling upon a monster is a whole new level of danger. A camper lost in the wilderness filmed a grotesque creature with ripped, distorted features straight out of a nightmare. Its face twisted with rage, and it moved with an unsettling speed. The camper barely escaped as the creature charged. His terrified screams were caught on camera. And the footage ends with the lens hitting the ground. demonic folklore. El Chupacabra has haunted Mexican folklore for generations, but modern footage suggests it might not just be a scary story. A recent video captured a creature stalking a rural area, its hairless, hunched body and glowing eyes matching descriptions of the bloodsucking beast. Animal experts have ruled out known species, deepening the mystery. The person filming didn't stick around for long, sensing danger as the creature moved closer. They made a quick escape, leaving us with chilling footage of what might be proof of the legendary cryptid. A sight to fear. Two explorers heading home late at night encountered something that stopped them cold. In the middle of the road stood a figure with twisted limbs and jerky, unnatural movements. It looked human, but its creepy posture and eerie glow gave it an otherworldly presence. The way it tilted its head, as if observing them, sent shivers down their spines. It moved closer, its disjointed steps reminding them of something straight out of a horror movie. Frozen in terror, they tried to keep calm, but the video abruptly cuts off, leaving us in suspense. Reptilian Caught. The Amazon is full of mysteries, but this one might top them all. A blurry video shows what looks like a reptilian humanoid stalking through the jungle. Its scaly skin glints under the sunlight, and its large, reflective eyes hint at something not of this world. The cameraman kept a safe distance, capturing every eerie detail before the creature slipped deeper into the trees. Some believe it's evidence of the shape-shifting reptilian said to live among us. This encounter, far from prying eyes, could be the closest look we've ever had. Russian monster. 2 years ago, a chilling video emerged that left the internet buzzing with fear and speculation. Filmed in the thick, shadowy wilderness of Russia, it showed a massive, fur-covered creature following the cameraman. The air was heavy with silence, broken only by the occasional crunch of footsteps. The video's origin became a hot topic after a tourist claimed they'd been stalked by a Bigfoot-like monster in the same area. If this is proof of the Russian Yeti, it's a terrifying reminder of what might be lurking in the most remote corners of the world. Crawling Anomaly. Driving through a desolate stretch of Navajo reservation land late at night, a group of friends saw a figure up ahead on the road. Thinking it was a stranded hitchhiker, they slowed down to offer help. But as they approached, dread filled the car. From afar, it seemed human, but closer up, its face appeared grotesque, its features warped like a predator in disguise. Suddenly, it dropped to all fours, crawling away with unnatural grace. Its glowing eyes pierced the darkness as the friends sped off, terrified. Later, locals confirmed their worst fears. They had encountered a skinwalker. Alien mate. One of the oldest and most chilling pieces of supposed proof of alien life comes from Australia. This video, filmed by a resident, shows a mysterious figure that many believe to be a gray alien, one of the infamous Zeta Reticulans. Rumor has it that this being appeared after a UFO crash in Queensland in the late 1900s. The creature seemed to watch the man from afar, appearing and disappearing without warning. Attempts to contact authorities always ended the same. The alien would vanish before help arrived. Moonlight Monster. It wasn't a dog, a mutated animal, or anything recognizable. This creature, pale as the moonlight itself, crouched low near a jungle campsite just 6 months ago, sending waves of terror through the campers who spotted it. Its strange appearance reminded some of the rake, a horrifying humanoid cryptid. However, this creature seemed to be caught in a strange, half-transformed state, neither fully animal nor human. Some believe it was attempting to shift into its humanoid form, but failed. Hiding dark entity. Deep in the woods, an ordinary hike turned into something straight out of a nightmare. A lone figure, massive and humanoid, appeared between the trees, its every step deliberate and heavy. The video, shaky with fear, sparked immediate debate online. Was it Bigfoot, the legendary Crypted, or some other humanoid creature? Critics dismissed it as a hoax, but the creature's sheer size and stature were hard to argue against. Whatever it wasn't ordinary, and its presence sent shivers down viewers' spines. White figure. Driving home on a desolate road late at night, a local was met with a sight that made his blood run cold. On the roadside, standing perfectly still, was a figure dressed in white. It didn't move. It didn't even seem to breathe. The driver's instincts screamed danger as he realized what he was looking at. A ghostly apparition. The eerie stillness of the figure was enough to send him into a panic. Without hesitation, he floored the gas pedal, speeding past the entity and refusing to look back. Horror footage. You'd think Sasquatches couldn't get any scarier, but what if they're not the way we've imagined them to be? A lost hiker traversing thick trees encountered a tall, burly creature with a stature that could easily dwarf most NBA players. But all jokes aside, this was no ordinary creature. Many believe this is what a Sasquatch truly looks like: nightmarish, jagged, and downright terrifying. The footage suggests that what we've been seeing as Sasquatches until now might be far from reality. Let's hope this one is miles and miles away from civilization. Barnyard Witch. Djinns are evil, demonic, ghost-like creatures that can take the form of anything and anyone they want. They're said to live in abandoned places where evil broods. Occasionally, though, djinns get caught in their humanoid form. Like this one, clearly caught off guard by a couple of urban explorers who had no idea they'd run into an actual female djinn when they entered an abandoned barn. While I'm no expert, it's possible a djinn is rendered powerless when it's mid-transition, which might explain why this one is behaving so unusually. Today's subscriber's pick of the day is very creepy, fellas. Like, really, take a look at this. Witness the most terrifying garden on Earth, as if Medusa herself crafted it. Located in Perikkala, Finland, less than a kilometer from the Russian border, this sculpture park by Veijo Ronkonen is one of the strangest and creepiest places known to man. The garden is filled with sculptures that eerily resemble human beings, each one more unsettling than the last. With deformed faces and an uncanny valley vibe, it's enough to give anyone the fright of their life. One sculpture in particular stands out. Its eyes seem to follow you as you move. Creepy crawler.